Okay, we all know this song, right? It's basically the soundtrack to Christmas. But what if I told you that this beautiful, peaceful carol is actually hiding a story of revolution? I mean, a story written by a wine merchant and an abolitionist. Seriously. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain and uncover the truly radical, hidden meaning of O Holy Night.
I mean, just hearing that. Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. You can picture it, can't you? It just instantly takes you to that quiet, sacred moment. It's the picture of peace, of wonder. Pretty much the definition of Christmas Eve. It's just so familiar, so comforting.
But is that all there is to it? What if this song we all love is about so much more than just a silent, peaceful night? What if, hidden right there in the verses, there's a story about some pretty unlikely people, some really deep ideas, and, get this, a powerful call for social justice that's been hiding in plain sight this whole time?
So, let's start with its origin story, which is, well, it's a bit unlikely. It goes from a wine merchant's poem to a global anthem. I mean, you'd think a song this deep, this profound, must have started in some grand cathedral, right? Or maybe a quiet monastery. Nope. Its story actually kicks off in a small town in France with a guy who was, of all things, a wine merchant.
And the journey this song took is just fascinating. It all kicks off back in 1847. A local priest asks Placide Cappeau, that's our wine merchant, to write a Christmas poem. Just a poem. Then his words get handed off to a famous composer, Adolphe Adam, who sets them to music. But the real game changer for us, the moment that unlocks everything, is when it travels across the Atlantic. An American minister, a guy named John Sullivan Dwight, translates it, and that's when it just explodes for a whole new audience.
And this translation also brought a pretty big name change. The original French title was Minuit Chrétien, which literally means Midnight Christians. It's a direct call to action, you know? But the English title, O Holy Night, that shifts the whole focus. It's not about the people anymore, it's about the sacredness of the moment itself. It seems like a small change, but it completely shapes how we hear and feel the song today.
Okay, so the song's journey is one thing, but now let's get into the real heart of it, the meaning in the music. We're going to decode some of the theology that's hidden right there in the lyrics, because believe me, the true power of O Holy Night is in its words, and they are packed with some surprisingly deep stuff.
Let's start with this line. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. I mean, we've all sung that a million times, but have you ever really stopped and thought about what it's actually saying? It's a really profound statement about what the world was like before that first Christmas.
Yeah, this is way more than just pretty poetry. That phrase, sin and error pining, that goes right to a core Christian idea of a world that's basically lost and just waiting to be saved. And in the song, Christ's arrival isn't just some event that happened a long time ago. No, it's presented as the exact moment that gives value and dignity back to every single person. The soul feels its worth. That's powerful.
And then you get this line, a thrill of hope. The weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. I love that phrasing. It's not just a little bit of hope, it's a thrill of hope. You know, it's this active, almost electric feeling that cuts right through how tired and weary the world is.
And that new and glorious morn, it's just such a beautiful metaphor, isn't it? It's basically saying this is the dawn of a whole new era. It's the beginning of God stepping in directly to bring salvation. It's light breaking into the darkness, which is, a huge theme in the Christmas story.
All right, but the song doesn't just stop there with personal salvation. It actually builds to a climax, to a message that is, I would argue, its most important, and definitely its most challenging.
Because there's a line tucked away in one of the later verses that is often completely overlooked. And this line was so radical for its time that it was actually controversial. This is the line that takes the song from being just a pretty hymn to a full-on call for social change.
Here it is. Chains shall he break, for the slave is our brother, and in his name all oppression shall cease. Just let that sink in for a second. Now remember who translated this into English? John Sullivan Dwight. He was an American abolitionist, and he was writing this in the years right before the Civil War. The slave is our brother. This wasn't some fuzzy spiritual idea. This was a direct, in-your-face political statement about ending slavery and fighting for human equality. And that right there is the song's double whammy message in a nutshell. The whole breaking chains thing, it's about two kinds of liberation. It's spiritual, yeah, freedom from sin, But it's also social and physical. The song is basically arguing that you can't have true salvation for your soul if you're not also demanding liberation for society. It ties faith directly to the need to fight oppression out here in the real world.
So let's talk about why this carol endures. When you put all these pieces together, it becomes so clear why this song has stuck around for more than 170 years. It's not just one thing. It's this incredible tapestry of profound and timeless themes all woven together.
I mean, O Holy Night is just this masterpiece of deep ideas. You've got the incarnation, God becoming human, you've got salvation, restoring our worth, you've got hope for a weary world. But the piece we so often miss, the most critical part, is its demand for justice. The idea that this holy night must push us to see everyone as a brother or sister and to act on that belief. It's a song about what we believe, sure, but it's also about how that belief should make us live.
So I guess the question is, will you ever hear this song the same way again? The next time those familiar notes start to play, listen a little closer. Listen for the echo of that French wine merchant and the abolitionist minister. Listen for that radical call for a world where every single soul feels its worth and where all oppression is meant to cease. Because O Holy Night, it turns out, isn't just a Christmas carol. It's a revolutionary anthem.